Everybody's familiar with Comcast. Probably half the people or more of the folks in this room use Comcast. I wrote 2 articles about Comcast when they got blasted about a year ago for some things that some of their customer service people did. And unlike the 500 or 600 articles that were written at 2-day period where they got blasted, I supported them. I said, this is what they need. Rather than write a negative article and not say what needs to be done, I wrote an article which basically told them what they needed to do. And I interviewed both the Senior Vice President of Customer Service and the Senior Vice President of Customer Experience for the article. They had a long way to go. I just recently, I guess it was 10 days ago, I utilized Comcast because I needed a serviceman to come out and fix our box, our channel box. It was the best experience I ever had. It was easy to set up the appointment. They kept on following up, making sure that we would be home when he was there. They followed up after he made the visit. They wanted to know how he did. Was I satisfied with the experience? So they've really changed a lot. So Comcast, prior to this change, only thought they were in one core business, the core business of delivering cable services or internet services to your house. They're in 2 core businesses because of the complexity of the service that they provide. They're in the business of providing a great customer experience in addition to providing the cable service, because many of us kind of get lost sometimes. It's too complex, it's kind of technical, using all these devices. And so they have to realize they're in that service too, and I think they're moving in that direction. So we, as business people, need to realize what businesses that we're in, and we need to provide a great customer experience. Why is that important? It's important because that's how you will differentiate yourself from your competition. You always want to differentiate yourself from your competition. PQ had a lot of commodity product lines, which meant that our product was very similar to the competitor's product. They were about the same price. So the only way we could differentiate is through our service. So we created, as part of our culture, the idea that we would be so good in delivering the product and our technical services to the customer that when a competitor found out that they were going up against us to win a piece of business at a customer's location, they would say, oh no, not those guys. We can't touch them. That's how good you want to be. You want to be so good you put fear in the hearts of your competitors so they know they can't touch you. Because of that, we had 85% of our world markets on average, 85% of all of our business lines, because that's what we did. So being successful with your customer isn't rocket science. It's basically just a couple of things that you need to think about. A lot of it's common sense and good critical judgment. Always put yourself in the position of your customer. It's never what you think about your product or service. It's what your customer thinks about your product and service. And so you need to look at yourself through their eyes, which means you need to talk with them. You need to be outwardly focused.